Mic is off again. Okay, here we go. Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi. We're turning off the lights dramatically while Lara's mic gets fixed. We are two hosts tonight. If any of you have ever been here before, I think it's only ever been one host. We come as a package deal. You'll see that as the evening proceeds. We will start to read each other's minds. Welcome to this evening's poetry night, hosted by the Misfits. We are so excited for all the people who will be reading with us this evening, and all the fun we're going to have, and all the stuff like that, and things. I'm going to keep just talking until Lara just, adds to the conversation.
Continue. You were doing so great so far. So I was like, keep going. No? Okay.
No, I'm good. That was it. I used my energy for the evening.
So now I'm going to intervene. Hi, welcome. It's lovely to see so many new faces, but also familiar faces. It's nice to see everyone. We have a great lineup of poets for tonight, and I'm really excited to hear them perform. We do want to go over a little bit of some housekeeping rules. We got to set up the groundwork just so everybody knows. Starting off to our poets specifically, if any of your pieces have really sensitive topics or subjects, we would really appreciate it if you mention it beforehand, just so we keep it safe and make sure everybody feels comfortable in the room. So that's the first thing we're going to start off with and get that out of the way before we move on to the next point. Madam.
Second point is, my mic is loud now. Amazing. Second point is, please put your phones on silent. If I hear a phone go off this evening, I will do this to you very aggressively from that corner of the room.
Love seeing the phone out, being put on silent. Great, everyone. Thank you for listening. We appreciate that. Also, for our performers, clearly I'm talking to you, please inform the audience if you would like to have any videos or photos taken of you, or if you don't want that to happen. Just let everyone know what you're comfortable with so that the audience is aware, so that if you don't want your photos taken, they won't do that, and you guys can also feel comfortable and safe.
Yes, I get all the easy ones. Please tag us in your social media post, Raven's Nest and the Misfits.
Clearly, I'm also the agent for the performers, so to the audience, please be respectful of our performers. Try not to get up mid-performance or leave mid-performance. It's really hard to come on stage and be vulnerable and perform a piece, so we just want to make sure that our performers also feel very comfortable. Guys, I got you. I'm here to protect all of you. I'm like your little angel right now. So
angel dressed in black, yes.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And for everyone else, if you have not gotten your drinks, I am so sorry from this point on. You will die of thirst until the break in the middle. Thank you so much for swallowing your own spit in your mouth. Sorry about that.
Very lovely.
Thank you. I like to create vivid imagery, as a poet.
She does like to create vivid imagery as a poet. And with that being said, I'm about to put the first sacrificial lamb on the altar.
Amazing.
Which is our host, Maria. She's going to perform the first piece.
Hi. Thank you so much. I'm just going to stand here where I already was.
And I'm going to step away now.
We didn't introduce ourselves, by the way, but amazing.
I introduced you, so it's
Oh, great. Hi, I'm Maria. I shouted at you guys earlier about the 5-minute warning. That's just my general energy. So sorry for that in advance. That's all the introducing I'm going to do. I do host with Lara and Dan. We do a writer's meet, and I'm one of the hosts who do that regularly. So, please come out. It's a fun time. I'm going to start with my piece now. I have one piece for you guys this evening. Here we go. I will forewarn, there is a little sprinkling of self-harm if anyone is uncomfortable with that, just letting you know from the jump. They are drowning, bloated bodies in stagnant pools, unable to flee, so they sit in their homes, they wait. For when death knocks on their doors, it is the shape of a flood, of razor winds that slice skin, that pull children away from their mothers. They are drowning. And if they surface, if they somehow survive, they are left in the wake of nothing, minds stolen from them, left to build on autopilot. I once saw a man finally rebuild his home to hang rope on his veranda and display his end. Enough. They are drowning. If you don't drown, it's not real. Little girls, hair braided, face down in the mud. It's not real. It's not enough. Bleached coral, white like paper. The ocean is boiling, gasping for air. It's not real. It's not there. I swear to you, they are drowning. I will live to see my childhood home submerged. I will live to see my memories erased from this earth. I will watch the water rise through the limestone and creep under beds at night. I will see my people be consumed by the earth, entombed by that turquoise deep, and you will watch it. You will see it happen in comfort. You will watch it on your phones. You will spectate their consumption, and you will feel nothing because they've always been drowning. And that's all. Thank you. I'm going to walk away now.
I'm going to use this mic because clearly mine wasn't working. Hello, guys. I'm here. Thank you, Maria, for your incredible piece. It was very moving. We're going to actually move on to our next performer, who is somebody who I've had the pleasure of working with at our writers' meet. I really love listening to her work because the way I compare it is it sounds like mythology a lot. And a little bit about our performer is she doesn't really know what her vibe is. She thinks maybe something chaotic, which I also can resonate with. Who else can? Like, I always feel like I'm a little chaotic. She loves getting to know people and have them getting to know her. Human connection is the most important thing to her. She wishes to know the depths of people's soul in the same way that she wishes to know her own soul. So welcoming to the stage, we have lovely Sherin.
Hi guys. Well, my name is Sherin. Thank you for that lovely welcome. I'm so excited to be reciting to you tonight. I'm a little bit nervous because it's my first time, but thank you. Hopefully it'll go well. So I'm going to be reciting to you 2 poems today, both of which mean a lot to me because writing them helped me get through a really dark chapter in my life. This first one is an ode to all people across the globe, across borders, races, ethnicities, religions, age, and even centuries that have fallen victim to an oppressive regime, system, or even another person. So it is called The Turning Wheel. Wheel keeps spinning, turning, sitting. No one's winning. Faith is thinning. Lord, bind their tongues, cast them out, drown their sins, mend their route. Branded, broken, hung in shame, lashed and purged in holy flame. Righteous empires built on bones, carved dominion in flesh and stone. Sword absolves, now the land is blessed. Holy book writes which conquest pressed. But he forged the serpent, he set the snare, and then damned the souls who wandered there. To call it a trial of faith, what a cursed decree, to shape their fall, then call them free. A touch too soft, a kiss too deep, a vow unwritten, a sin to keep. The pyres rise, the sermons swell, 2 bound hearts cast where angels fell. As above, so below, no heaven but the wealth they hold. Saints sell mercy, justice bought, sinless for the wars they fought. The hands that toil, the backs that break, build the heaven only they can taste. Shame, shame, bow your head, you were better off born dead. Raise your voice, they'll break your spine. Kiss the chain and stay in line. Clockwork hands, paper chains, sell your soul for a house and name. You are wrong. You are vile. Stop your questions. Quiet, child. Hide your hunger. Starve your rage. Cage the fire. Turn the page. Still your tongue. Still your hands. Kneel before their reprimands. Be a man. Earn your bread. Take what's given. Die in bed. The clock still ticks. The sun still burns. Monkeys in suits waiting their turns. Dance for bread, work till dead. Death for kingdom, death for creed. March and chant, confess, concede. Bend to the crown, repent, conceal, and bow before the turning wheel. Thank you. So, as we know, history is always written by the victors in various narratives that justify the violence that happened, whether that's righteousness, whether that's faith, whether that's religion. There's always a justification for violence and blood spilt. The people that go through the suffering are told, you will be compensated now or in heaven, and that's why you should be okay. Just pray about it, just be quiet, just submit, just listen, submit. So this is my way of recognizing these people. I see you. And this last one is quite personal and quite vulnerable because it's about my own personal struggle with losing faith. You see, many of us, we always hear narratives of finding faith, finding God, finding religion, returning to the light. But what about those of us who have lost it? We don't get represented that often. So if anyone here is struggling with that, I see you. This is called Faith. Faith laid me down sweet and kind and sang me a lullaby. Rest easy, babe, for there's a hand that writes your plan unfurling where love resides. But I woke to a world unwritten, untamed, no voice to call, no name to claim, only the hush of the river's pull, the beast that drinks, and the throat made full. Truth came howling raw and unshorn. You are nothing. And so much more, the beat in the pulse, an art of all form, sunlight, rain, and storm. Atoms collide, in spirals they burn, not fate, not will, just the way it turns. Man, wind, and flame, not separate notes, but one refrain. Stardust in cosmic symphony, fire and frost. You must know nothing that is could ever be lost. No hand to guide, no crown, no king, only the song the atoms sing. Truth pulled my veil and tore at the seams, silenced the lull of borrowed dreams. Blinded, burned, and set ablaze, I saw my cage was built by faith. Now I walk where no God treads, no saints to call, no prayers said. Virgins, flames, and golden beds, this path I shall never tread. No master's voice, no grand design, no fate to claim, no path divine, no lull to drown, no hand to own. I walk free, though I roam alone.
Let me see. Oh, it works! Yay! Amazing.
Blessings.
We have 2 mics now, guys. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I feel like that was giving Siren, like both
it
of them.
was, right? Like I said, like
amazing.
it feels like I'm listening to a myth. It's amazing. Thank you so
Thank you so
much,
much.
Sherin.
One more
That was
round of
beautiful.
applause, please. That was really good. Thank you. Okay, so our next poet he says, my writing style has always been influenced by the music I listen to, so my poems sound more like raps than poems. And genuinely, the mind-blowing that has happened with me and this poet and his ability to just rhyme.
Yeah, so like this poet attended a meet once and basically said like, oh, I'm gonna have a hard time writing this piece, and ended up writing 3.
Yeah,
we did
that
not
happened.
realize how great he was.
He's making a face because he knows we're talking
He knows
about
we're talking about. We're putting you on the spot. Please welcome to the stage, Omar.
Also, there's like 3 seats up here, and then in case anyone wants to.
Okay. It's pulling in the way. Okay. I will just take this. Hello. Hey, great. Okay, so I've basically written a piece yesterday. As a lot of you know, there was an ongoing war situation between India and Pakistan, and that was something that was actually weighing really heavy on our minds. So I wrote something yesterday, but since then there's been a development today wherein there was a ceasefire that was announced. And since then I had to alter this piece a little bit, but I'll still perform the same. Okay, it's called Unity. An eye for an eye will make the world blind. As the media spews hate, it's so hard to stay kind. It's hard to remember that we're all one and the same. That's why we must surrender instead of fanning the flame. But now there's been a silence, a ceasefire in name, a pause in the violence, a chance to douse the flame. Emotions ran high on both sides, with blood spilled of our own kind, and media illiteracy kept spreading lies online. One side said they were innocent, the other said it just the same. One side blamed the other as the aggressors, as the other followed in the same vein. But war was never the answer. War tore us all apart. Though war has scarred our future, this ceasefire can help us restart. Let this be the end of the senselessness. There is too much that binds us tight. But we may have our differences, but we share an ancient light. We are united by culture. From the same land we have come. People longing for their birthplace, visiting which these borders have undone. When we meet abroad, we're joyful. There's brotherhood in the air. No resentment, just connection, as our burdens disappear. Together we felt trauma, passed down through blood and name. It started long before us. Our ancestors bore the same. Just look at our complexions, where we come in all shades and hues. And it's the same on both sides. Something beautiful, something true. We're further united by food, man. We take pride in our rices. To take a page from Naman here, we make our... what makes our food great is our spices. Be it gulab jamun, aloo parathas, pani puri or more, we both share the same dishes, perhaps even literally before. Let's move on to the music. It's part of what brought us all here today. Look around at all these faces. Unity is what I say. I see everyone here together, brown, black, and white, all the same. It's the melody in our heads colliding, be it through pasuri or prem. We even speak the same language. हमारी जुबान भी एक है. यहाँ कोई मुझे ना समझ पाएगा. And that's exactly the meaning of what I said. Half the people here didn't get that. Perhaps that's the point of what I'm saying. We're all in this together. Let's not let fear divide us again. We feel the need for action, but let's be careful where we aim. The people want only peace now. Let's not reignite the flame. For we have more in common than what keeps us apart. Let this ceasefire be the beginning of a new collective start.
Thank you so much. Oh, my mic isn't working again. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much, Omar. I can see how rap is one of your influences. I do feel like rap as a genre creates some of the best poets, in my opinion.
They do.
Yeah. So that was a great piece. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Once again, round of applause. I will make you all clap twice. I'm so sorry in advance. So our next poet has told us that mayhap his spirit animal is a shawarma.
And if you heard the laughing earlier from Omar's piece when he gave a shout out to our next poet, it is because our next poet has a very great relationship with food when it comes to his poetry. So, to put on the spot, and I will be sacrificing the Misfits.
We don't know if he's talking about food today, by the way.
We don't know, but I'm still going to put him on the spot. I still want to put him on the spot. Please welcome to the stage, Naman.
Okay. Is this on? Sound guy, man. This guy can't figure his shit out. Okay. I was definitely not expecting that, but I'm glad we do the intros because when we start hearing that familiar intro that we put into the form, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm up. All right, so I am breaking my usual rule of 3 and just doing 2 pieces this time, and Majd is already booing me. And the first one was actually written at the writers' meet that we had done on Sunday. Yeah, shout out to Lara and Maria who host our monthly writers' meets. If you guys have ever touched a keyboard or touched a pen, you should come out to the writers' meets because they will help you grow into the writers that you will be seeing up here today. So, all right. First piece is called Seed. I am a seed sown millennia ago, grown from generations of trees with roots tracing the rivers of the east. Saplings from across valleys, beneath mountains, through clouds, flying, floating, furrowing through the centuries and countries. I am a seed uprooted. When the trees I come from left their roots behind, felling their past for a feeble future, smuggling their souls in pestles, pots, and pans at the whims of hollowed ivory towers that drew lines and destroyed lives. I am a seed, transplanted, a hope nurtured, a tongue splintered, molded by migration, by parent trees who look beyond and yet hope that I would not fall too far from the tree. I am a seed harvested between cultures, between countries, beneath chaos and beneath cuisines, hoping to be a branch beyond my roots. I am a sapling grafted between the old and the new, dreaming of being a tree, but wondering if being so strong and so unyielding is what broke those that came before me. Thank you. So yeah, that was the first one. And the second one, now that I have been put on the spot, I feel like I need to do a food poem. Not at all. And since I did claim shawarma to be my spirit animal, this is me adding to an existing lore of shawarma poems that already exist within Misfits. So this is just my kind contribution to that. Gather round, friends, gourmets, recovering and relapsing colonizers. You remember me by many names: shawarma, doner, gyros, even tacos al pastor. What's in a name after all? I smell of heaven and home in every corner shop. For centuries, I've been turned around, marinating myself in memories and basting myself in whatever borders I happen to wake up beyond. Some say I have royal roots, having been born in... Oh wait, I'm not gonna get into that. There's enough war in the Middle East as is. Besides, there's enough pieces of me to go around the world, traveling with no medals or crowns, yet carrying cultures in my wrap. I carry the scent of time, ancient and burned, like a revolution on the streets of Istanbul, like the echoes of a city carved in Cairo's dust, like homes reincarnated in Mexico's mercados. Each bite bursting with stories of borders crossed, of empires lost and flavors won, of spices that whispered across seas. I am the taste of Alexandria, burnt offerings at the bazaars of Bahrain and Beirut, the scent of war-torn streets healing through spice, the flavor of forgotten cities rising through fire. I'm a dicey diplomat in disguise, delivering peace through pita, spreading spice with every turn of the spit. I've crossed borders you will never see, passing between hands that didn't speak the same tongue. I am the language of survival, and you, my friends, you're only beginning to understand my dialect. You taste me, but do you know me? A simpleton I am, good sirs and ma'ams, wandering palaces and cafeterias, bringing magic to your majlises, tremors to your tables, and sometimes your tummies and toilets too. So hear me when I say, why are you all so intent on fucking with perfection? You've already got variety with the bread, meat, pickles you throw me into. Do you really need to go full Frankenstein? Why are you messing around with throwing me in fries, on pizza, and now shawarma sushi too? Have I not given you enough? I ask you to listen, not to me alone, but to the legacy I carry. You've tasted me in your late night hunger, but have you ever heard me? Do you not hear the whispers of history seeping into your veins? You taste centuries, you taste conflict and resolution, you taste survival and rebirth. For what you hold in your hands, it's not just a sandwich, it's a world, it's history, it's peace through pita and rebellion through spice. Every time, Every time you drown me in nacho cheese, slice me into sushi, or stuff me in fries like I'm some kind of circus act, know this. A storm simmers in my tahini. A riot brews in my rotisserie. And somewhere in the shadow of spice roots, your grandmothers are sharpening their skewers. I am not your colonial playground or your punchline. One more Franken rap, and I swear on every sesame seed, I will rise, wrapped in wrath, and bring empires down again. So next time you unwrap me, ask not what else I can become, but what I already carry. Thank you.
I was today years old when I learned that there's such a thing as a shawarma sushi. Like,
Yeah,
that
I
does
didn't know
not
that either.
sound appetizing
But also,
at
I
all.
kind of want a shawarma after this now. Like,
I know, right?
listening to it. I'm also glad we put pressure on you to talk about food. Very much appreciated.
Yeah.
One more round of applause. Thank you.
All right. Now I'm going to ask all of you two questions because I was curious about a name that was put in this descriptor. How many of you know who John Cooper Clarke is? Oh, great. There's some people who know. I
Okay.
did not know that. How many of you know what cheesecake is?
Amazing.
Great. And I love that this next poet gave us two things that we could work on. So just a little bit of background. As part of this poet's descriptor, they did mention who John Cooper Clarke is.
We actually looked it up too. Like,
Yeah.
also thank you for putting that because I learned
Yes.
something new today.
I love learning things and I love getting to know like other writers and poets. So John Cooper Clarke, if anyone's interested in discovering, is an English performance poet and comedian who styled himself as a punk poet in the late 1970s. So I am super excited to see our next performer.
Yeah.
Please welcome to the stage, Karl.
Thank you.
This thing, yeah. So yeah, I like John Cooper Clarke. I'm not saying I'm going to perform like him or anything. Raise that? Could I raise that? Could I raise it a little bit? I need my hands free to hold my balloons, so. Thank you. If it holds, yeah. Okay, this one's called Being a Boy. Being a boy means climbing trees and scraped knees, pulling dolls' heads off despite my sister's pleas. Being a boy means pockets full of rocks and dreams, causing chaos to the sound of parents' screams. Being a boy means falling and not shedding a tear, turning the light off at night without showing any fear. Being a boy means learning to joke before they joke about you and saying, I don't care, until it's sort of true. Being a boy means living life and not giving a fuck, responding to problems with a jab and a hook. Being a boy means talking back to your teacher, roasting your friends like a vitriolic preacher. Being a boy means points in hands and lines in rows. Rinse and repeat, 'cause that's how it goes. Being a boy means never showing what they can't see and wondering quietly, is there something wrong with me? You see, boys are from Mars and girls are from Venus. It's all about having a short temper and a big... a short temper and a big ego. Why? What you think I was going to say? I mean, I don't care because I do things my way. And if you saw Backstreet Boys on my most played, that wasn't me because that's gay. Seriously, I was hacked that day. Being a boy means life's light like a balloon, living easy and worries far like the moon. But 15 balloons can get kind of heavy to carry around all day in one hand, and 20 could take you floating away right up to the sky if you're not strong enough to hang on, because we have not learned how to let them go. We have not learned how to share them with others. We have not learned how to deflate them safely, so we must pop them one by one, flinching and crying, each explosion a deadly landmine of the mind, until we can finally let go of the strings of being a boy, and I can just be me. Thank you. To find yourself, think for yourself. Socrates. As our hair turns grey, our opinions move away towards black or white, drifting further day by day. We used to follow the rhythm of our own heart, but the algorithm ripped that apart. 'Cause no pair of eyes are quite the same, but we've agendas now we're desperate to maintain. Fandom, not wisdom, what would Socrates say? Knives in hand is not the Socratic way. No middle ground, nor calm debate. We choose a side, then choose to hate. Hooked like a fish, we bait one another. There's nothing admirable to turn against your own brother. Scrolling to a civil war seems pretty civil. Sitting in Plato's cave and we can't swivel. Polarized screens where lies parade. Common sense is in slow cascade. Objectivity left through the back door. Now every opinion is a holy war. I'll step off the line and take a walk on the wild side. I'm gonna look at both sides and take a walk on the wild side. Even if I drink hemlock, I'll take a walk on the wild side. I'll take a walk on the wild side. Thank you. Okay, there's a pin lying around here somewhere, so be careful.
Yes, oh,
one
thank
now.
you.
No,
Yes.
just pull on that one now, quick.
She's
'Cause
tall.
I'm tall enough.
Amazing. I can be on this side now. Hello, everyone. That was amazing. That was
yeah,
brilliant.
dude.
Thank you so
good.
much.
I now have a deeper understanding of what it means to be a boy.
Yes, very deep. Yes.
Thank you so much for that. Our next poet has written, I know nothing about poetry, it just felt right one September, and that is incredible if you've ever heard her writing. Mm-hmm. It is incredible that it just came to you like a vision. When you hear her writing this evening, it can be very haunting, and it definitely resonates with you.
Absolutely.
And kind of fangirling a little bit, but it's okay.
We are very, very excited
Yes.
for our next poet. She is fantastic. I have no idea what to expect, and that's
Yeah,
usually
dude.
what happens, and then I'm stunned by the end.
So please welcome Nawraa. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is fine. Okay, so to be honest, I don't know what to expect either. I don't know what I want to go with, but like, okay. So I'll go with this one. It's absolute chaos. So this piece is probably the most personal thing I've ever written. All my work is raw in its own way, but this one, it feels different, it's heavier, and it's closer to home. And I'm sharing it with hesitation because there's a fine line between art and identity and between release and exposure, and I'm still learning where that line stands. I don't know whether I'm gonna regret this later. Okay, I'm definitely gonna regret this later. In this poem, I'm gonna be in a completely open book in the biggest poetry night I've been to. So it's gonna be a bit long. So I'm gonna stick with one piece. Sometimes I just keep writing and I don't know when or how to stop. So bear with me. I'm taking a leap of faith and performing it on its own. It's called Female Rage. Yeah. They say they admire female rage, but I find none within me. Because you put me in a cage and broke me before a man could try to win me. Told me to die before I came out of age to pay back all you had to give me. I guess I should thank you at this stage for making me bulletproof from all the times you tried to skin me. I'm in love with a man who hates me like you do. Sometimes. But most times he loves me like the dad I knew. He claps at my speeches and gives me those rings, like dad at my graduations with such pretty things. He reads all my poems and is the first to double tap. Yet he presses all my buttons like a bubble wrap. Just like you do, Mom, he talks slow and cold but vicious till I snap. Then he calls me crazy like you always did. You both act malicious. I'm not afraid of a man to break in because you took away my room locks, then you would break in just to keep me awakened with poisonous snags and endless smocks. He deprives me of sleep too just to have a pointless talk. Just like dad, he tells me I'm the apple of his eyes, that I make him feel alive. Yet when he has a problem, he tells me I'm the reason. Just like you said, I ruined your life in every season. So is his love the vaccine, or is he a shot of harm? Dad, is he the loving you, or is he you, Mom, reminding me that I'll never be happy even when you're gone? This is the female rage of a female that would choose the bear. And I would also choose the man because my dad fooled me to think that every man would be a good man before my life began. Or maybe I learned that the beast has more mercy than a black widow who feeds on me slowly in a home she built just for me with a spoon and a pillow. My dad was guilty for the way he hurt you and felt like he should let me pay the price because I'm his most precious thing to sacrifice. Sorry, Mom, that I have my father's eyes. For being too loud like him, for finding his dad jokes funny. Sorry you hate when he throws me a surprise. You say I'm too much with makeup, but think my lips are too pale. You shaved my head because it was exhausting to make a pigtail. You hate me when I am happy and even more when I fail. If I was prettier, would you have liked me? If I had your snow white skin, if I had your delicate nose, if I had your wide eyes, maybe not. Because in every picture you told me to zip my mouth because my big teeth reminded you of yours. Sorry I have your dry skin. Sorry I have my dad's pores. This is my first time writing a poem about a man, and this isn't even about the man. This is the female rage of a woman who liked being used by this man just to prove to myself I wasn't as ugly as you painted me to be. Everyone says I'm pretty, but your voice still rings in my head. When will you ever set me free? You think I'm too fat now. But when I was skinny, it was such a shame that I had a good body and a nice name because I had an ugly face. You can always lose weight, but you can never change a face. Mom, should I change my face. You told me no one will ever like me and I'll always be on my own. And when I had friends, you told me to cut them off and I'll be better off alone. Taught me everything, then showed me off to everyone you knew, but still I was never classy enough for you. I'm embarrassing and awkward, yet I'm only smart because you made it true. You brag about being the best mom, and I'm the worst daughter too. It's impossible to please you, so I stopped trying. Now you say I used to be perfect. Why are you lying? You spied on all my moves, then told everyone my secrets. I wish I woke up sooner. Now every girl in the room makes me anxious. Will they talk shit behind my back and spread a rumor? I learned to fear softness because you called it weak, mother, so I put on a cover. Survival was for the fittest, so I kept hurting others. Why did I let them suffer? Because they can't kick clothes, they can't see behind this cover. How can I ever trust again? My own mother called the cops on me. How can I trust another? Why did I suffer? I spent my whole life chasing love, but not from a lover. I crave something bigger. I talk to men all the time. It's so easy because the truth is I don't care. I don't care if they like me. I don't care if they will hurt me. It doesn't make me feel uneasy. They can't hurt me. For it is just a man, and a man is like a can. Acts iron, but it's just metal. You can shape it to something subtle. They may be tough, but just a little. But a woman looks like heaven, like a flame burning in the cold. A fake warmth with ice in her hold, like a sweet song with thorns in her voice. She pulls you close, then leaves you paralyzed without a choice. I have a problem with my own species, and it's all because of you. I could write a thesis. Will they ever like me? Will I say something wrong? Will they add me to their group? Will I ever belong? Should I act soft? Or will they prefer me strong? Do they really want me or just dragging me along? They always say they love my lipstick and I'm slaying my outfit. Woman power, right? But will you notice I'm loud and shame me about it? Will you call me a pick-me? Will you tell me to stand on the scale? Will you slut-shame me for having too many friends that are males? Will you say I'm too crazy, or will you call me masculine? Will you think I'm an attention whore for trying hard to fit in? Will you say I'm too obsessed with my man and there's nothing to be proud of because I deserve better than him and that I lack some self-love? This is the female rage of a female that never learned to be a woman, raised by a woman that made her beg to reach for heaven. And I was chasing heaven till it hit, and you will never love me. Not as I am, not as I've been. I'm daddy's little girl. But these mommy issues got me screaming. I could be worshipped by every man and still I'd be dreaming. To be liked by the girls, to be included would feel redeeming. TikTok says, be careful of the girl that got kicked out of the friends group, the girl who didn't know how to dress while they wore shiny hoops, the girl who doesn't know how to get along with other girls. Is a red flag. I guess that's me. It's all my fault that you made me tagged. You only got fat after you had me, and I was your toughest birth. I'm sorry I was tough to raise too. I'm sorry I came to this earth. I'm sorry I destroyed your body, that I took away your joy. I'm sorry that I sounded too girly but acted like a boy. If dad loved me less, maybe you could have loved me more, but he took so much space that you forgot what you were for. And the better he was, you hated me more than before. No one has the best of both worlds, and some have the end of two swords. If you were bad to everyone, then that's fine. But you loved both my siblings. It was a sign that you were capable of love, and I was the one who's faulty. That I was a wicked child, that I was born dirty. I'm sorry, I'm not my sister. She's all you wanted, but I still miss her. I'm sorry my brother got sick in the head. I'm sorry it wasn't me instead. Mom, do you hate me? Or my dad? Or is it you that you hate, Mom? Did you hate when Grandma said I'm the only child that you ever had that you deserved? And she smiled. Did it sting? because you knew what it meant to be called a punishment, to be never heaven sent. Did your mom also think you were too much? Seems like she also deprived you of her touch. But maybe, Mom, I'm just like you, because you hated having friends too. Thank you.
Find the mic. Let's just all take a collective deep breath together, please. In and out. Thank you so. That was did I not say haunting? I said haunting. I am amazing. Just one more time. I don't even have words. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you so much for being vulnerable with us. Really appreciate it. That was beautiful. I forgot my list. Huh? I know, right? I'm like, I don't even know how to say words. So our next poet is a storyteller. Please don't make us cry. No pressure, though. You absolutely can. It's a safe space for crying. Please welcome. She can't. None of us can even say. Okay. Please welcome Sawsan. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sawsan. This is just a moment of self-indulgence, really, so thank you all for letting me have this. I would like to ask everyone to please put your phones away. I don't want any photos or videos taken for this. Thank you. All right, so this piece is called Pandora. Bright-eyed child of wonder with outstretched open hands, dancing under the sun, singing to the moon. Till suddenly sniggers slip in and break the harmony. All of me shrinks as their snide tone slinks inside of me, and that little wisp of darkness swirls through my body. I've joined many circus shows and played with the jugglers and the bozos, and still am in awe of the tricks up their gray-colored sleeves and the ease with which they willingly deceive. To look me in the eyes and shape their lies as they shape their lips with smirks and grins. And those strands of darkness weave throughout my body. So I built my armor of chains with outstretched hands to keep them away and to keep me deep within, with the darkness under my skin. And the longer I sat with that tapestry of black, the more I raged, till one day it whispered back and showed me how to play. Just follow their rules. Don't cause waves. Wait your turn and success is made. But that didn't work. Where did I go wrong? Why did I fail? I ask as they laugh. Turns out they were playing a different game, one that makes chinks in the chains. And those ropes of darkness tighten throughout my body. And I am strained. And with each chink, I think, let it out. Let it out. Let out their darkness, give back their pain, and I will keep hope. Maybe. Someday. Thank you.
We love storytellers, and I was fully drawn into that moment.
I know, that was theater.
That was theater.
Yeah, I felt
Aren't
like I
you
was
blessed?
watching a show. Sorry, my mic was freaking
It's okay,
out.
it's squeaky, it's no problem.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Absolute performance. Beautiful.
So, to introduce our last poet for the evening before we head into our break.
So not the last poet.
Not
for
the last
evening.
poet, but the one before the break. Excuse me, I'm trying to overcome some emotions right now. Please stop coming for my neck. Thank you. It is poetry night. I'm allowed to have a moment. So how this poet describes her work is she says she treats every poem like a little postcard.
Yeah, and girl, we looking at you, girl.
We are looking at you. And I love postcards. I love letters. So I'm very excited to see her perform. Everyone, welcome to the stage, Hannan.
Do I use this? Okay. All right. Hi, guys. So, little fun fact about me. The reason why I love postcards is that was my little souvenir habit whenever I traveled. So, I actually have a postcard collection. And yeah, so I just ended up writing things. So, I'm going to do things a little bit different from how I usually write. So, again, following Naman, it's not poems of threes, it's poems of twos. So this first poem is also something from Writer's Meet, and honestly, it was something that was very difficult for me. So the common theme is talking to a little girl, and that little girl is me. So the first one is a postcard to a future little me. Little one, do not forget that your veins carry the love of two vagabonds that met beyond the sea. They left the wet rainforests for a land with sand, where the oceans meet. With sweat and tears, they made sure that this sandbox gave you all you need. Little one, remember the warmth that cradled you so? You'll find it hidden among the smiles of crinkled eyes and soft-spoken songs. With foreign words woven into warm blankets on a winter day, they'll whisper everything that you wanted them to say. Little one, I know you hate the storms, but flailing in the wind will only teach you more. Leave your comfort zone, a girl named Apple said. Free yourself and find yourself free from weeds of old. Little one, you seem to have grown much more. You wear yourself proud with stories foretold from the icy mountains and cold dark caves. You've seemed to make a name for yourself and found your way back home. Thank you. Okay, so I'm a bit nervous for this one. So this is kind of like a little dream, and I'm just gonna go for it. So run. Run, little girl. Run as fast as you can. Let the beating of your heart lead you to a place free from red. Pick up the pace and don't ever stop. Those misty fingers that crawl around the air are after your heart that melts the ice that everyone bears. Past the thorny bushes and the deceiving puddles of blue, break free from the spells that the sea whispers through. Jump into the water. Let my waves bring you solace from the ghouls that haunt you on every broken surface. My kisses only reach so far as the shore. Leave everything behind, and forever, I'm yours. Clutching to my last grain of sanity, I saw the bloods among the shattered planks through the reverie. Filled with fury, my fangs set free, I hissed and yelled, a vow I swore, a decree. I shall never be yours and never even be theirs. I am forever mine, so I will run run, run, run until the end of time. Thank you.
Did we somehow gain more people? Amazing.
Wow.
Nice.
Welcome, new people.
Okay, we can introduce. We didn't introduce Is there anyone here who wasn't here at the beginning of the evening when we started? Okay, amazing. We're gonna repeat ourselves.
Yes.
For the safety and security of our performers this evening. We're just going to go over the housekeeping that we did earlier. Also, my name is Maria. This is Lara. We are your hosts this evening.
Hello.
We have been up here making a fool of ourselves.
Yes.
And letting you guys enjoy that. So we'll just go over the housekeeping real quick with you guys. I'll swap with you this time. I'll say the
go
longer
ahead.
ones.
You can start.
For our poets this evening, I don't think any of the newcomers here are poets, but I'm just letting you guys know again, in form of any trigger warnings, if your poems contain sensitive content, as we are trying to maintain a safe space for everyone present this evening.
Yes, and the next rule, of course, you guys did great the first half, but for the newcomers, please keep your phone on silent. We will stare at you if it goes off.
I literally will walk from my chair and
that.
sit next to you and stare at you if your phone is going off.
Please just be respectful of the poets and keep your phones on silent. So
yes.
make note of that.
And performers, please inform the audience if you are not comfortable with having your photos or anything taken like that, because I will not remember to do that for you.
Yes. And if anyone posts on social media, just remember to tag the Misfits and Raven's Nest as well.
Yes, and also we expect everyone to obviously be respectful of all the performers. It takes a lot of courage and to get up here and be intimate and share basically pieces of yourself with the room.
All right, now everyone's got their beverages, everyone's settled. We're just going to move into the second half.
Before you move into the second half,
never
we have
mind.
two more housekeeping things
Sorry,
to do.
continue. I forgot.
Please do not leave mid-performance. If someone's... it is incredibly distracting. If you have to obviously shuffle around, try and do it as quietly as possible. But while people are performing, it's appreciated if you don't kind of like move around or enter or exit the building.
Yeah, or like talking really loudly or anything while the performers are up here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And from here on, we're locked in. You will die of thirst from here. I said this earlier. Please make sure you have all your drinks because you will not be allowed from this moment. And with that, we're going to start the second half of our evening.
Yes, now I will segue
There you go.
into our next performer, whose bio is very simple, actually. It says he's the guy who used to make a lot of dad jokes.
He literally made one today.
He did. If you've been seeing him this evening, he's been the person we've been like, you improv, right?
Yeah.
And we just watch him, be amazing.
Do
So
his
welcome
best.
to the stage. We have Majd.
Okay. Hi. I wasn't nervous. You asked me if I was nervous in the beginning. I wasn't nervous, and now I'm nervous. Hi. Hello. Hi. My name is Majd. My name is Majd. I am kind of split in half a little bit right now. But given the mood, God, wait. Can I just start over? Yeah.
Hello, our next performer this evening likes dad jokes. Please welcome Majd.
Okay. Hi. My name is Majd. This is okay. I like to write poetry. That's why I'm here. And I'm going to perform a few pieces. I usually have some kind of intro memorized by head, and then I forget it once I'm up here, and it happens every time. It has happened for the past 6 years since I've been coming to poetry nights. But enough about me. Let's get to know you. No, this is these are my poems. I don't need an introduction. Let's just focus on the words. Okay. This one is titled Panic Attack at 120 kilometers on the highway. Why am I speeding? I wish I was water. I wish I was life. I wish I was smooth and silk and to thrive anywhere with anyone. But I fear I am a cigarette. Paper thin, I burn easily, and I worry. I worry that I take more than I give. Or maybe I give more than I take. I worry I'll never find that balance. And I have spent so long trying to tip the scales one way or the other. I wish I was water. But I know that sometimes I am caffeine. I know I am the battery acid crash at 4:09 in the afternoon when the blood pressure in my ears is so high it feels like a dam about to burst. It feels like my ears are going to bleed. I wish. I keep wishing I was something else, something more profound, something amazing. But winters keep passing and the soil stays the same. The leaves lay where they have fallen and the roots are overgrown and the wishing wells are almost empty. But dirt is still dirt and soil stays the same. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Can I just, yeah. The next piece is titled, no, I switched up the titles. This one is Panic Attack at 200 kilometers on the highway. Why am I spinning? Okay. I just have a lot of existential crises lately, so I think all of these poems are basically one poem. So if it feels like a sandwich, it's probably because I like sandwiches. This one, yeah, I already said the title. Anyway, am I an artist, or do I just want to be loved? Am I an artist, or am I a people pleaser? In every poem, in every play, in every photograph, in every scribble, are these just smoke signals? Am I just a Sputnik sweetheart screaming into the endless, vast, nameless fuckery of space? Am I anything? Am I an artist? The question is everywhere. Like a barcode only my brain knows how to scan, and it is screaming at me everywhere I go. Every time I leave the door, it is screaming. It is asking me who or what I am, and I don't have an answer. I know I'm alone. I know I feel alone. I know I get lost in big crowds or small crowds or medium crowds, or even if it's just 3 people in the room, I feel slightly alone. And my skin is sapphire. My lungs gave out a few minutes ago. I mean, who are you? What are you? Who are you? People only know what they are in the eulogies after you've lost them. And I want to know, who am I? I guess I'll never know. Thank you. Okay. Did you like those two? Are those good? Are those approved? Okay, thank you. Yeah, my entire brand is just self-deprecation and begging to be liked. So I'm just trying to keep in line with that, in case there are any conflicts with corporate, which is here. But yeah, this is my last piece. This is the cue. Okay. I always wanted to be a cowboy. I'd sit in front of the mirror, practicing every night. Is it gonna be me or you, son? Who's it gonna give out first? Is that the taste of silver in your mouth or mine? Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Hang on now. This ain't big enough for the both of us. Yeah! I always wanted to be a cowboy. I wish I was a cowboy. I stepped on beach hats till they curved the same way, and eventually it was a cowboy hat. I held my dad at gunpoint with revolvers I found from the Barada. And well, my father, I guess, asked me again, 10 years later. I said I wanted to be a journalist. I thought I could save the world and tell stories, but I couldn't be a cowboy, you know? Horses scare easy, I scare easy. It wasn't a good fit. And as I got older, my head was too big for the hats. And well, roads are dead to everything but cars now, so horse riding was out of the window. So I was going to be a journalist. I was going to save the world with fountain pens, grit, and something. I don't know. I was going to meet kind people, people who didn't startle me as much as horses. And maybe there was no horse, maybe I wasn't the story at all, but I could write it. And if you ask me now, I am no closer to newsman or horseman. I am no Samurai Jack. Not the good, not the bad, and I hope, please tell me I'm not ugly. But what I dream to be, what I fill wishing wells with tears for, is to be at peace. Is to enjoy every waking moment without it turning into a thing, without it turning to another thing or another thing that I keep just hearing back and forth up at night. I wish for peace, to play like a baby bird who does not know fall, but only wintered skies. I guess I just don't want to be here again. But if misery is a coat I am bound to wear every winter, I no longer know if I can save the world. And maybe I don't want to. I mean, it's the world. I guess I just don't want to be here again. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Wait, can you take a photo of me pretending to read? Because I think I covered my... Okay. Okay, dead.
Well, gosh darn, that was great, wasn't
That was
it?
absolutely amazing.
Now I feel like I
Gosh
want to
darn
talk in
it.
this accent.
Do you want
so
one
much.
more photo? One more photo. You good?
Would you like it?
Are you good? Okay.
Thank you so much, Majd. We're going to do one more round of applause, please. So,
Just to make sure we really settle in the validation, you know?
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Making
Thank you
sure.
so much. So as we move on to our next poet, I would just like to say that they came in with an intro in the form of reviews, but I vibe with the reviews, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, well, it's always hard to talk about yourself, right? But if you
Yeah,
could get other
other
people to
do
talk
it.
about you,
Yes, yeah,
less
we would love
work.
that. So starting off with the first review, and I'm going to say this very seriously. Mostly morbid. Wrote an optimistic poem once. It was about how great paint thinner smells.
Poetry. Amazing.
Yes. Excellent review.
Second review. Haunted by a former... This was a review, right?
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Haunted by a former haunt and hoping to build a haunted home one day. Please welcome...
The Morbid Optimist.
Is this... Do I just... Yeah. Hello. Okay, so for context, actually, Naman wrote those. I didn't. Because when asked to fill it in, I just wanted to write, is this thing on? But, okay, I got 3 poems. None of my stuff ever has titles. But just trigger warning, there is the word relapse in there, if that's something for anyone. Yeah, here goes. There are so many things I wish I did and didn't know. This will help with the pain, the nurse says. Remember to get enough rest and drink as many fluids as you can stomach. She makes one more remark about my migraines before turning to you and telling you how beautiful of a couple we make. She looks at me and tells me I'm a lucky man. Just as the last few drops fall from the bottle into the tube stuck into the back of my hand, she waits for a reply from me, but I say nothing. I say nothing about the love bite on your neck that looks exactly like his fingerprint, or that I wish I didn't know about it. I say nothing about the ring I bought you and the drawer it's been hiding in again. Nothing about our apartment, our cold apartment, that was warm before deceit blew the radiator out. And now, there I am driving us back from the hospital at 1 a.m., and there I am again walking up the staircase for what I didn't know was the last time. I should have known. I should have known that the things you said were lies, but I didn't. Here I am also creeping up off the couch so as not to wake you, you in the room, you in the bed. Damn, I lost it. The same one that you would sleep in the next night, only with him. Some part of me knows it, the other part wishes I didn't, and yet I still creep, as if the floorboards held too many secrets and walking too loud would spill them all out and flood the living room. I open up our fridge like a thief who's only trying to steal water and pills. I lay back on the couch and go to sleep. In the morning, I know I'm dropping you off to work. I know he's probably picking you up later that day. I don't know that he is to be the substitute teacher that you liked so much you gave him my job. On my drive back from work that day, I think of writing him an instruction sheet. In it, I'd say how your feet get cold at night, so you like another blanket under the one we shared, or how you like green apples instead of red, or how you like honey in your coffee instead of sugar. I know he knows this. I know he knows you more than me. I know you don't think of me anymore because to you, you met me, and to me, you happened. I don't know if that last part is true, but I've had that same thought 2,312 times, and I know you're a mother now. There are so many things I wish I did and did not know. Thank you. I got two more, if that's okay. Relapse is a tricky thing. They say that if you follow all 12 steps, you're likely to be safer from the risk of hitting rock bottom again, but they don't know. How could they know? They didn't kiss you goodnight 365 times in a row. They don't know how easily your crimson lips creep their way into my blood. Step 1, foot away from me at any time and I will die. I can't breathe. I can't imagine a world where you're not there. Step 2. It was winter the first time you left. I say the first time, but you never came back. I inhaled your perfume that month because I thought if I did it enough, you'd find your way back to our bed. Step 3, it's over. I know that now. I'll block your number so you don't call me at night. Step 4, it's funny how other people remember you. How they don't ache every time your name comes up. How they don't wonder how you're doing. How they don't remember how your lips curled when you smiled or the dimple on your right cheek. My friends tell me you were terrible for me. I shrug and say you were my favorite drug, but I'm clean now, and there's no way I'll relapse is a horrible thing. But someone told me that if you follow all 12 steps long enough, things do get better. They said you won't see her face in every car window, they said, but they don't know. How could they know? They didn't spend hours hearing you breathe as if it were music. As if the world didn't exist anywhere past the light switch in the bedroom that we shared, the one where I put the rug near your side of the bed because the floor was cold and I didn't want you to step to. It's funny how I remember you. How every little thing reminds me of you still, how my veins itch for one last I love you in your voice. Step 3, today I realize you don't think of me at all, and that the last time I kissed you, I lied to myself and said that I couldn't taste him on your lips. Step 4, you never meant to hurt me, you said, which is a funny way of saying you lied. Step 1, I don't know how many more days I can do this, how many more times I can hear you say my name in my sleep and keep waking up. Step 6, I heard your voice in the middle of a crowd today. My heart leapt out of my chest and ran around the food court looking for you, but when it found you, he was sat down right across you. Step 7. My eyes held my voice at gunpoint because it was the only way I'd stop answering your calls. Step 8. Our old apartment is right next to my new one. I'm better now. You haven't called in 6 months. There's no way I'd relapse. I've never felt as weak as I do right now. Go away, I said. Where to? You chuckled. Relapse. Maybe some things you never just get rid of. It was supposed to be coffee. How did we end up here again? Relapse. The parts that hurt the most are what we need to tear out sometimes. Relapse. You forgot your hairband in my car. I thought I'd drop it off. Relapse. I can't get you out of me. Step 10. Today I admitted that you were the one weakness I didn't know I had. Step 11, I've muttered your name so much it no longer means anything. Step 12, I walked down a grocery aisle and walked right past the green apples for the first time in years. I rushed to my car so that I can dial my best friend's number. I promised I'd call him back, and he called this morning. But I will let my phone ring in my pocket for the third time in the last 2 minutes, and relapse is a god-awful thing. I saw you again today, but I did not text you that same night. I think I finally figured it out. But I miss you. As I was telling my friends about how tricky it is to get you out of my blood the other day, you asked where I was. Wherever you want, I replied. Relapse is a tricky thing, even the 12th time over. Thank you. I got one more if that's okay. You've already seen every color there is to see at least once. I can't tell my friends I'm sad because I don't have any reason to be. The rain only comes a couple of times a year, but when it stops and leaves, it leaves behind a smell that reminds me of you. The axolotl thinks the world can kill it, so it hides in caves, and I don't think there has ever been a better analogy for my depression, or how it holds me at gunpoint, and how it locks me up in my bedroom and throws away the key. When I say I've been sobbing, what I really mean is that I'm sad, but I want you to understand just how sad I am. Music sounds an awful lot like hearing you say my name in that way that you do, that makes your lips curl up. Writing helps. I write most hours of the day because it helps with the panic. Kissing you feels like seeing an entirely new color. Almost everything I do to help with the panic, except you. You happen to do that anyways. It's not that I want you to leave, it's that the panic makes me think you've got no reason to stay. I've seen it before. I've seen every color there is to see, at least once. Thank you.
I would just like to say that was very much okay for you sharing 3 poems. Thank you so much. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for ripping my heart out of my chest. Appreciate it.
So we're going to move on to our next poet. She's a person who thinks moths are really cool. And her favorite poet is actually my favorite poet. And that poet is the moon. And I feel like many of us love the moon. Who's a moon lover over here? I just need to look at us. I love that. That's amazing.
Why we have poetry nights at night.
Exactly. Please welcome to the stage, Hannan.
Is this? No. Okay, here you go. Oh, thank you. Cool. Hi, guys. Also, I did not know that what we write in the form is going to be said out loud today. So, cool. I do like mods. Okay. Hi, everyone. I just want to say that everybody who performed today, I love you so much. Because thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that. And I am not going to be vulnerable because I cried on the behalf of you guys. The first piece is sort of inspired by Sinners, the movie. Sorry. It's okay. It's called Soulmates to Sinners. And here we go. Our souls didn't just speak to each other. They sang with one another. A melody that burned a fire so passionate, our chests glowed, warming the bodies dancing around us. We were the song that even roaring thunder couldn't transcend, like 2 stormy clouds colliding against each other. Enveloped in the cooling shower of the rain, we were holy, natural, and timeless. Untouchable in our whirlwind, our voices knocked at the gates. Where we were expecting angels, the devil came walking through our door. And when the house finally burned down, they found us, torched sinners, grinning at the dawn of a new day. Thank you. Okay, so the second one is called Scarecrow. I found it a while ago. I wrote it a while ago, and I just recently found it, so I rewrote it, and here it is.
Through a field she went strolling. Past tall grass and muddy marshes she heard a calling. Drawn to the sound, she stumbled upon a suspended figure, a peculiar body, looking rather sinister. Allured by its static movement, she stood transfixed, gazing in amusement. In a blink, the head tilts a new direction. Her instinct screamed, "Run!" Yet her body ached for an inspection. Crucified, it had its arms wide open. A smile began to form, firm and unbroken. Stunned, her limbs compelled themselves to mimic the haunting visage of this host, eerie and cryptic. All she was asked was for a chance. Through tattered robes there lied an expanse. A leap of faith, and she was bound. An eternity promised, and in straws she was crowned. Thank you.
What a line to end with. Thank you so much. You got this?
Yes, I was
Amazing.
just fixing my mic and also finding names on my phone.
Okay.
Okay, so our next person is a person who said they are a person. It's person 3 times. Who cannot fit the description.
We love that, because
Yeah.
who can really fit any description?
Honestly, anyone in this room, can anyone in here fit any specific description? We're all like multifaceted, like amazing
We
human
love a
beings, right?
multifaceted individual.
Multifaceted queen, let's go.
Let's go. So please welcome to the stage,
Gio.
Hello. Hi, how are you all? Hope you're all doing great. Yes. Really, like how are you? Amazing. Sure. Yes. I love that. Thank you. So it's my first performance ever. And my real name is just Ghufran, but if it's really hard to pronounce, you can all call me Gio. You're welcome. So I'm gonna start off with something, because I really had something to say. Well, thank you all for being here first and giving me a chance to actually listen to what I have to say. I don't know. Perhaps I have a word. Pretend to pay attention to what I say. I look at the faces that passes by. I am them, and they are I. Reflecting as if a sky meets a sea. Truth is bigger than what you see. Gassed upon hope's flicker of dream. As above, so not below. I'm not just a fiend. I is a mirror. Be aware of thieves. What they want, they can take. Put a sunglass, protect my peace. Trapped myself in the lowest lows, but there are others who had it worst. Wouldn't matter if I'm covered in dirt. So, my soul, do you understand? The price to pay if you lend some hand. Weighs you down on your knees, takes and takes without pleas. I ask for forgiveness. But will I know if I ever got what I've been asking for? Been down many times, I know what it means when there is nowhere in a moment of need. So I find myself, I'm back on a shelf. Your heart falls on the floors of every place you stepped your feet. No one deserves to know how it feels. So wipe your tears, break their spears, and if it hits me, I won't pour my plead. I break in me every stone until my heart is what I call home. I learned the hard way no one meant to stay. Just make some memories before they stray. If you know, mustn't I say? Gave birth to myself not just to hear another I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. So if I beg for something to be real, I'll have to start with, I feel weak. Trust me, it's fine to have fears. We'll face each and every, even if a day equals a year. So scream your anger, do cry with tears. To feel isn't a curse, it's the reason we've been put on this earth. And in this moment, you all are here. Stop hiding behind the mask you wear. You'll understand we all have things to share. Make a child smile. Do count each day. You deserve to be alive for one more day. It's true we are misfits, but together, well, we fit. So this was my first poem, and it was dedicated to each and every person who's listening right now. I love you, all of you. So I do have more poems, but yeah, I'll just go with it. This is actually a poem without a title, but it's something I've struggled with, which is hope. I've been struggling with hope ever since I was a child. I've always wanted to give up, but it's actually so hard. So, the longing I cannot fathom leaks through the holes dug by hopeful spikes of feathers. From my first to my next chapters of the book, once titled in my head, Things I Will Never Get. For my doom has promised me not just winters, but the whole of ever after. It shouldn't have mattered. But it does. It still does. I still yearn to love and to be loved. To learn how to trust is harder than to die and resurrect. Way much harder than to isolate and self-inspect. 'Cause time is never on my side. So I can at least build a single wing, or I'd run out of feathers. Hope will not get me high unless it's within my thoughts, or it takes my anxieties off my sights. Then I would fly, yes I would, as beautifully as a butterfly, to touch a warm, pretty colored sky. But for now, I'll continue to long for things that can never belong to me or belong with me. Only if things weren't borrowed, it could have lost us beyond a tomorrow. Then maybe I'd let go of my fear and hope to have a dream. Not just to cheat on reality with an absurdity and illusion I feel, or just to spend my seconds with the sound of a begging girl that never leaves my head. Whispering, please, for once be real. Maybe then I'd risk giving my heart again, but for now, just let me save what is left of it, 'cause it can barely beat. Thank you.
That was your first time performing? I am very impressed. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank
One
you
more
for your
round of applause,
confidence.
please. All right, now we're going to introduce our next performer,
who is an anonymous soul that can only be discovered between ink and suffering.
I feel like many of us poets feel that way in some way, shape, or form. Please welcome to the stage, Mohsen.
السلام عليكم. اليوم بقول لكم شعر عني أنا. صار لي موقف كتبت شعر. شعرين. يرمي بكلامه سحاما فيصيبني، وينسى أياما كان بها يداريني. هذا الذي بالأمس منزلا يآويني، أم أنا الذي أعطيته كل ما فيني؟ كان يمسك خوفي كأنه سر، ويمسح وجهي كأنه مرآته. فكيف الآن يراني ندبة، وكيف صار يهرب من ضلالي وكأنها لعنته. علمني الطمأنينة ثم جردني منها، كان سكني ثم صار الغريب الذي لا يلتفت حين يناديه باسمه القديم. كأن الذاكرة ماتت وأنا الوحيد الذي ما زال يحرس قبرها. أشعل بي الحبة ثم قال أنت كثير، رسم ملامحي على راحتيه ثم كسر المرآة حين بدأت أشبه أكثر من اللازم. أيعقل أن أكون من خاف عليه أكثر مما خاف على نفسه، ثم تحول في نظره إلى خطر لابد أن يقصى. أنا الذي سجدت له في لحظات ضعفي، بكيت بين يديه كأنني نبي خذله قومه. ثم نهضت فلم أجد ظهرا يساندني، وقلبا أغلق أبوابه في وجه من علم الحب. فلا تلومني أنا أصبحت صامتا، ولا تشتكوا بردي أنك أنتم كنتم الشتاء. Thank you. عندي دعوة. حسبت أن اللقاء يكون وعدا لا يخلف، وأن الحياة إذا أقبلت بك تورق في صدرك من الربيع. فما حسبت للغدر أياما حسابا، ولا ظننت أن الدروب تغير وجهتها وتنأى عني حيث تسكنين. كم سكنت في ظنوني لقاء، ورأيتك في يقظتي كما في حلمي. أحادث طيفك كل مساء، وهيئ القلب ليوم تعودين فيه، كأنك النور الذي يذهب بعد العمر. ما أشد شوقي إليك شوقا ينحش أضلعي، ويقيم في قلبي صلاة انتظار لا تنقضي. فيا ليت اللقاء كان، فيا ليت اللقاء كان، ويا ليت الحياة أنصفت قلبا ما أحب سواك.
Thank you so much for performing. I would just like to say one of my favorite things is seeing people come up here and perform in their native language. I think we had 2 poets who did it tonight, you included. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You want to intro? Oh, you want me to do it?
You were the one who said it, girl.
Okay, sorry, we're having a moment. We're not as seamless as we look.
I know, this is us literally reading each other's minds and speaking in gibberish to communicate
it does
thoughts
happen.
and feelings.
Sometimes it sounds like Animal Crossing characters, and I'm sorry for that. So for our next poet, he wrote in his bio that he's just an independent and nothing else, which I find that very hard to believe because I feel like everyone is multifaceted. So please welcome to the stage, Ahmed.
Good evening, everybody. A different mind, in lands where the desert winds unwind. A foreign soul in Bahrain's embrace, seeking solace in a distant place. Alone he stood beneath the Arabian sky, no partner's hand to hold, no love's sweet sigh. In the heart of a city, both old and new, a stranger's tale, a story to imbue. His workplace, a battlefield of swords, where toxic tongues spewed venomous reports, disrespect and scorn. His daily bread in the shadows of success, his spirit bled. A different mind, he'd walk the streets, his thoughts confined to the echoes of failure, and social strife, a man adrift in the sea of life. A Majd beach, his solace, his retreat, where waves whispered secrets in rhythmic beat. He'd sit and watch sunset fiery. He'd sit and watch the sunset's fiery glow, his heart aching, his mind a hurricane's throw. In the public library, he'd find his peace. Among the dusty tomes, his worries cease. He'd read of heroes, of love, of strife, and dream of future, a brighter life, a different mind every night. As the moon began to climb, he'd think of those who'd wronged him, their cruel jest, his pillow wet with tears, his heart distressed. He'd cry himself to sleep, his soul in pain. Yet every dawn he'd rise again with a heart that hoped and spirit unbroken, a man determined, his silence spoken. A different mind. He decided one night, as the stars aligned, to forgive them all. To let go of the past, to embrace the future and make his peace at last. He met her in the library, amidst the books, a kindred spirit with gentle looks. She saw his struggle, his pain, his plight, and offered him her hand, her love, her light. Together they'd walk along the Bahrain Bay's path, their laughter echoing in the evening's wrath. They'd share their dreams, their hope, their fears, and in each other's arms they'd wipe away the tears. A different mind. He rose through the ranks. His worth they'd find, no longer the outcasts, the foreigner alone, but a leader, a manager, his strength fully grown. He'd guide his team with wisdom and with grace. His past, a lesson, his future space. He'd teach them kindness, respect, and love, and in their hearts his legacy would prove. He married his love beneath the Bahraini sun, their voice echoing, their journey just begun. In the land of Dilman, their love would grow, a testament to hope, a beacon's glow, a different mind. He'd look back on his struggles, his heart unwind, and see that every trial, every test had led him to this moment, this happiness. So let us learn from this tale so true that hope is the compass that guides us through the darkest nights, the stormiest seas, to the shores of triumph, to the land of ease. A different mind, and Dilman's embrace, where Phoenix climbs. Let us praise this land of eternity's song, where hope and love forever belong. Thank you.
I would just like to say that's not nothing else.
Yeah, that was hypnotic, honestly.
Very hypnotic.
Yeah.
Thank you so
again.
much.
Okay, up next we have some toilet humor, apparently. I was told toilet humor.
Yes, so toilet humor is on the list. And we've got another Ahmed coming up on stage.
Please welcome him.
Hi guys, I'm Ahmed. I don't have toilet humor. I have, I've outgrown that, but today I was told that I should do a disclaimer before doing anything that might be touchy, but during Writers' Meet we were told no disclaimers, so I'm just gonna ignore the current instructions. Anyways, here it goes. It's yesterday night and I'm in a panic. Can't find rhymes to express myself and I have had it. There aren't enough words in the dictionary, damn it. So I hereby declare my boycott of the English language. من الآن لن أستخدم كلماتك ولا أمثالك. لن أستمع موسيقاك ولن أشاهد أفلامك. تبا لتايلور سويفت وطز في بن أفلك. But in all seriousness, the only reason we still use this verbal shit sandwich is because the only alternative right now is, A'udhu Billah, French. When Lady Gaga sang, I don't want to be French, I felt that. Whenever French people open their mouths, I get mad. Anytime I find myself in the same place as them, I immediately start to reconsider my stance on racism. Maybe I judged it too quickly. Maybe I should give it a go. This is no longer poetry night. This is now an anti-French show. If you have to speak French, disrespect it, mispronounce it, enunciate every letter in that shit. If you find an accent mark above a letter, pretend it's a fatha and put some vowels in that bitch. Nothing good has ever come out of France. Everything that you think is French and good is not. Ballet, Italian. Berets, Basque. Croissants are Austrian, were you to ask. Anything that you find the prefix French added to is almost always not French. French fries, Belgian, not French. French toast, Roman, not French. French Guyana, French Algeria, French Indochina, not fucking French. Okay, I think I might have needed to warn you all in advance, but I am pro-global warming. That is my stance. I support burning all the trees and saying fuck the plants because the end of the world also means the end of France. Thank you.
That was phenomenal.
That was brilliant. Thank you so much.
Good. Omar, just continue the round of applause. So good. Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
Beautiful.
I too am mad at the French. Did you know at one point they were covered in bed bugs, and I think they deserve that.
I think they still have some on the subways.
Maybe.
Yeah,
they still deserve it, though.
They do, yeah. They put it upon themselves. Anyway, moving on to our next and final
poet of the night.
Yeah.
And
also, I promised him this evening I was going to compliment him 5 times. I'm on my 4th. You look great today.
Very schnazzy,
So
very
schnazzy.
dapper in the back.
Everyone, please welcome
Digital Abdullah.
Thank you, you're cool. Okay, that's good. So anxious. Thankfully, I'm just well. Hello, my name is Digital Abdullah, and this is my game plan to how to defeat the gorilla. With its full attention, we're not going to last long. We must use distraction. This tactic can't go wrong. There's just one thing that works. It's not a trick or a song. Just bring in a white girl. That worked for King Kong. Thank you. Thank you. That was my first one. Okay, so almost like 2-3 weeks ago, I was on a family trip to Istanbul. And the way the story worked, it's kind of incredible, honestly, because I was with them. We just got out of the subway and the metro, and I dropped my camera. There was like a piece that broke in it. So I said, you know what? You guys can go. I will go back to the hotel and get my other camera. And while I was waiting for a bus, somehow I fixed the camera. And then I was walking around, and I found an ad about an open mic event that is happening in 2 days. So I registered to that, and then I went to that, and then I made a lot of good friends. And this is a poem dedicated to these new friends that I made in Istanbul. It's called The Kaleidoscopes of the Phosphorus. Bosphorus, not phosphorus. That's something else. I'm sorry. Just like the waters that run through the Bosphorus, these butterflies came from different directions. Although they are complete strangers to each other, they still bonded with exceptional connections. The kind of connections that each butterfly knows, without the need for a guidebook or instructions. The pathless flutters, the attraction to flowers, the symmetrical and colorful expressions. The kind of expressions that alter your worldview through spiritual process of deep reflections, touching on our flaws and vulnerabilities, embracing and accepting our imperfections. That night, the butterflies did something amazing. They sent out energy beams beyond our perceptions, creating an earth-shattering ripple effect that transcends this world towards other dimensions. Thank you. Okay, this last poem, it was actually like sitting down half finished in my drafts since June of 2021. And like the last couple of weeks, I came up, so honestly, the last week, I came up with, because the part I finished was kind of like a setup, and I couldn't find a good punchline, and this is the punchline. This is called A Poem About You. Do you know what it means to be, do you know what it means to be you? Should I give you a clue? What an incredible miracle to be you. The people I'm talking to. We can go 1,000 years backwards and 1,000 years forward and search all of the times and places, and there won't be another you. You are crafted of the same materials as everybody else. You did not come out of the blue. And yet, you are new. It's long overdue to realize the significance of just being you. Let's take some more bites to chew and walk this through. There are billions from Poland to Peru speaking Mandarin and Zulu, but how many of them are like you? The answer is none, zero. You may find people who have your looks, but they're never you. Because you are not just the physical form, you are so much more. You are your stories, your memories, your beliefs, the things in your view. You are your thoughts, your ambitions and ideas, the dreams you pursue. You are your parents, your grandparents and great-grandparents, the ancestors you never knew. The chemical elements that make up the stars in the skies, you're all of that too. I know you're also traveling with some baggage. The shit you've been through. The crushing weight of pain, trauma, and grief. Some heartbreaks too. Losses to recover from, rough times of regrets. Some wounds to attend to. I don't know how one can carry all of that, but I see you. You keep getting up after being knocked down, you never withdrew, and you keep adding colors to people's lives even when you're blue. All the experiences that were lived by you just for one, never two, that made the distinctive individual that I'm simply calling you. That is your cue to start appreciating you and be true to you. Don't put yourself at the back of the queue, your time is due. Find your family, your tribe, your crew, stick to them like the glue. Learn from the old and embrace the new, that's how you grow. Do you know what it means to be you? Did you get the clue? Next time someone comes your way, you let them know who. And all of what been said and done, you're all what's been said and done, and you are me too. It's no coincidence that the word us starts with you. Thank you.
That was such a great way to end
Close?
the evening.
Honestly,
Yeah.
so good. One more round of applause.
One more round of applause.
Close off the evening. And just one longer applause for all the poets this evening. Everyone did such an excellent job.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming tonight. Thank you so much to all our poets for performing. We laughed, we cried, we hated France. It was beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
Thank
we had
you
a lot of
so
moments
much.
together. And thank you for having us as your host this evening.
Yes,
and
thank
being
you so much.
incredibly beautiful. And I'm going to shamelessly plug right now, as a part of the Misfits, we do host Writers Meet. We are 2 of the 3. Dan is our third lovely lady who hosts Writers with me. We do it once a month. If you want to come and enjoy writing and maybe challenge yourself to write some new things.
Yeah,
and
or
have
just
some
meet
fun.
other writers and all that fun stuff.
Have me yell at you about 5 minutes again. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, that energy is always there. But thank you again for having us all this evening.
Thank you so much.
That's
And thank
the
you
end
so
of
much to
Poetry
Raven's
Night.
Nest for hosting this poetry
Yes.
session. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys. Oh, we want to take a photo with all the poets, please? All the poets.